بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. We continue our discussion about الشبهة الحكمية التحريمية, when there is a doubt about a ruling, not about mistaq. We are not talking about a case, for example, whether this is najis or not, because we don't know this is blood or not. No. The problem is not mistaq. The problem is hukm. So this is the shubha for mujtahid, where we are not sure about the ruling of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is tahrimi, because shubhatul hukmiyya can be wujubi, can be tahrimi, can be hukm waz'i. This is where there is a chance that something is haram, but we don't know the ruling. Okay. We said usuliyun, they believe in bara'ah. And we mentioned hadith, ayah, and aql. But what is the reason for akhbariyun to suggest that here we should do ihtiyat? Because akhbariyun in shubahatul hukmiyyah to tahrimiyah, they believe that we must be precautious. They have also argued from Quran and Hadith, and also rational arguments. So let's see what's their argument. First, al-istidlalu bil-kitab. They have also argued based on the Quran. For example, al-ayatul amiratu bit-taqwa haqqa tuqatih. There are verses which says you must have taqwa, you must have piety, God-fearing in a complete way. Haqqa tuqatih. In the way that it is true piety. Okay? You should fulfill all the rights, all the requirements of taqwa. For example, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu attaqullah haqqa tuqatih. It's not just ittaqullah. Ittaqullah haqqa tuqatih. Wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Verse 102 of chapter 3, chapter Al-Imran. This is the way they argue. أن اجتناب محتمل الحرمة يعد من التقوى. To avoid what is likely to be haram is counted as taqwa. And whatever is counted as taqwa is wajib. Why? Because Allah says, ittaqullah. This is amr. And amr zahirun fil wujub. فَيُنْتَجُ أَنَّ اجْتِنَابَ مُحْتَمَلِ الْحُرْمَةِ وَاجِبٌ. So avoiding what is likely to be haram is necessary, because avoiding what is likely to be haram is part of taqwa, and taqwa is, according to ittaqu, something that we are ma'mur, we have been commanded, so it's wajib. But Ayatollah Subhani says, yulahadhu alay. There is an objection, there's a problem in this argument. Anna kulliyat al-kubra mamnu'atun. We don't accept this in its general way. We don't accept that this is inclusive, this is universal, that whatever is part of taqwa, it's wajib. Why? لَيْسَ كُلُّ مَا يُعَدُّ مِنَ التَّقْوَى أَمْرًا وَاجِبًا. It's not everything that it is counted as taqwa is wajib. There may be things that are considered as an expression or as a practice of taqwa, but be mustahab. Do you accept it now? Yes. Sometimes something might be taqwa, but it is mustahab. Or avoiding it is part of taqwa, but it is makruh. لأن التقوى, because taqwa has two usage. تستعمل تارة في مقابل الفجور. Taqwa sometimes is used as opposite to sinning. Fujur. Fujur means sinning. Yeah? And لا شك في وجوب مثلها بعامة مراتبها. If it is opposite to sinning, means not to sin, of course this is wajib in all its levels. For example, أم نجعل المتقين كالفجار. Are we going to make pious people equal to sinners? So here taqwa is wajib. ألهمها فجورها وتقواها. This is taqwa is wajib. Because taqwa here opposite to fujur. But قد تطلق ويراد منها ما يعم القيام بكل مرغوب فيه من الواجب والمستحب والتحرز عن كل مرغوب عنه من حرام ومكروه. Sometimes taqwa is used in a general sense, in a broader sense, and it means to do whatever Allah likes, whether it's wajib or mustahab, and not to do whatever Allah doesn't like, whether it is haram or makruh. Okay, this is a broader sense of taqwa, and this actually is more demanding because you have to do mustahab and avoid makruh as well. For example, وَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى. Surah Baqarah verse 197. تَزَوَّدُوا, take your provision, and the best provision is taqwa. Okay. This taqwa is wajib, but not in its all levels. We have to have taqwa, we have to have provision, but this provision is not always wajib. Part of it is wajib, part of it is mustahab. For example, if you do salatul layl, is it zat or not zat? It's a provision. If you do ziyarah, it's provision. If you do infaq mustahab, it's provision and not wajib. Yes, infaq wajib, it's provision and wajib. So, فَفِي مِثْلِ ذَلِكَ تَكُونُ التَّقْوَى وَاجِبًا. Taqwa is here necessary, obligatory, but لكن ببعض مراتبها لا بكل مراتبها. Some levels of it is wajib, some levels are not wajib. وَيُحْمَلُ الْأَمْرِ فِي تَزَوَّدُوا عَلَى الْإِسْتِحْبَابِ. Therefore, we have to interpret the command in tazawwadu as mustahab, because it's not that all its levels are wajib. كالآية التي أستدل بها في المقام يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته. We say this ayah is not wajib because it includes cases of taqwa which are not wajib. فإن الاتقاء بقدر الوسع والطاقة. To do as much as you can to avoid what is wrong, as much as you can, not to take any risk, not to take any chance, is not wajib. For example, do all the ihtiyatat. Even for example, don't do taqlid, do ihtiyat. Is it wajib? Al-ittiqa biqadar al-wus'i wa-taqa. As much as you can, within your power, you have to observe taqwa. This is not wajib. Otherwise, all the mustahabbat becomes wajib. Okay. This is the first argument for akhbariyun to say that we must do ihtiyat where? In shubahatul hukmiyatul tahrimiyya لأجل فقدان النص. When there is no text, we have to do ihtiyat according to akhbariyun, but we said no. Then they have also arguments from sunnah. Al-istidlalu bis-sunnah means hadith. استدل الأخباريون بطوائف من الروايات. They have argued from different sets of hadith. They have referred to some sets of hadith. So not just few hadith. Each of them is a set. Means you can find several hadith for the same meaning, same idea. For example, we have some hadith, okay, more than one, which says you should not give fatwa without knowledge. Hurmatul ifta bila ilm. It's haram to issue fatwa without knowledge. Okay? Dallat ta'ifatun min al-riwayat. A group, a set of hadith have indicated that it is haram al-qawl to say wal-ifta or to give fatwa without knowledge. You should not say something that you don't know. You should not give fatwa when you don't know. أو الإفتاء بما لم يدل دليل على حجيته. You say, I give fatwa based on something, but that thing is not proved to be hujjah. For example, you say, I give fatwa based on qiyas, based on istihsan, based on masalih mursalih. And these are the things that you have not been able to prove that they are hujjah. So this is again like fatwa bighayra ilm. Yeah, when you use something that is not proved to be proof. For example, let us give you one of those hadiths which says you should not give fatwa without knowledge or without proof. كَصَحِيحَةِ هِشَامِ ibn Salim. There's a hadith which is sahih actually from Hisham ibn Salim. قال قلت لأبي عبد الله عليه السلام. I told Imam Sadiq عليه السلام in form of a question. ما حق الله على خلقه. What is the right of Allah over His people? Yeah? What is the right of Allah over His people? Imam عليه السلام said, أن يقولوا ما يعلمون وَيَكُفُّوا أَمَّا لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. To say what they know and to stop with respect to what they don't know. Of course, this does not mean that you must say everything that you know. You know, if someone is not a scholar, would say, oh, it means that you say everything that you know and you don't say what you know. No, it means what you say must not be what you don't know. You only say what you know. Not that you say everything that you know. Is it clear? You only can say what you know. This is very important. You know, this is the difference between a scholar reading this hadith and a person who just knows Arabic. أن يقولوا ما يعلمون وَيَكُفُّوا عَمَّا لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. They say what they know means they only say what they know and they don't say, they stop with respect to what they don't know. فَإِذَا فَعَلُوا ذَلِكَ. If they do this, yeah, if they act like this, فَقَدْ أَدُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ حَقَّهِ. They have fulfilled and observed the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It shows how important it is not to say something that you don't know. Okay? It's very important. وبهذا المضمون روايات كثيرة في نفس الباب. There are many hadiths with similar concept in the same chapter in Wasa'il al-Shi'a. Okay? There is a chapter about, for example, the requirements for being a judge, or for example, a chapter about you should not talk about something that you don't know. So, is the argument of Akhbariyun clear? So what they want to use this hadith for is when there is shubhatul hukmiyatul tahrimiyya, you cannot say it's halal because you don't have hujjah. What is our answer? Our answer is very clear. We say, can you then say it is haram? If you say it is haram, also is a problem.
Well, saying both parts is a problem.
No.
But saying halal or haram,
Okay.
you do not have the knowledge about
So, saying haram is also a problem. What we say is, we say, we don't know hukmullah al-waqi'i. Yeah? If we say, this is hukmullah al-waqi'i, this is, again, fatwa without knowledge. We say, we don't know what is hukmullah al-waqi'i, but based on the hadith and ayah and aql, we say, practically, there is no need for ihtiyat here. And we have reason for this. We have reason for bara'ah. But as a hukm al-zahiri, it's not that bara'ah is useless or baseless. So we apply the principle of bara'ah not to say what is hukm waqi'i, because we don't know hukm waqi'i, but to say what is your duty here. We say, practically, you don't need to do ihtiyat. This is what mujtahid can say as hukm zahiri. يلاحظ عليه بأن الإفتاء بعدم الحرمة الواقعية في مورد الشبهة يعد قولا بلا علم. If someone says, I give fatwa that there is no hurmat waqi'i, there is no real hurma, when there is doubt, we say this is not acceptable because this is saying something that you don't know. How you know what is hukm waqi'i? This is problem, and usuliyun, they don't do such thing. They avoid such thing. They never say, we give fatwa with respect to hukm waqi. But أما القول بعدم المانع ظاهرا, but to say as a hukm zahiri that no hurma is established حتى يعلم الواقع, till waqi is discovered. And they say no hurma is established and no hurma is practical here because of what? Because they have reasons. They have dalil aqli, they have dalil shar'i for bara'ah. So this is not qawla bila ilm, and this is exactly what usuliyun mean. They mean not as a hukm waqi, but as a hukm zahiri, as a secondary observation or consideration. They say you don't need to do ihtiyat here.
You might find different usuli faqih as well. Say actually the opposite. He doesn't say it's fighting the usuli. Today we have all our scholars actually are usulis. So you might find an usuli faqih saying this, another usuli faqih saying no, the opposite.
No.
So and both they have their basis.
We don't have any usuli who says if there is, for example, something that you don't know, you have to do ihtiyat, because we have clear hadith about this. For example, Ayatollah Shahid Sadr, he had the idea that he didn't believe in bara'at aqli, but still he believed in bara'at shari, because the hadiths are clear. كل شيء لك حلال حتى تعلم أنه حرام. So he had issue with bara'at aqli, but he didn't have issue with bara'at shari. Okay, this was the first point, the first argument based on sunnah. The second argument based on Sunnah is to refer to some hadith, a set of hadith, ta'ifatun min al-hadith, which say that you must do ihtiyat before fahs, before examination. For example, please look at this hadith. Some of you have come from Hajj, so still this is relevant to you when you were muhrim. Okay, you have this maybe in your mind. سألت أبا الحسن عليه السلام عن رجلين. I asked Abu al-Hasan. Abu al-Hasan is a title for different imams, but normally it is for Imam Kazim, if it is not said Abu al-Hasan al-Thani. So, I asked Imam Kazim alayhi salam.
Who is the side, Sheikh?
Pardon?
Who is the person who is asking?
Abdul Rahman ibn Hajjaj. He said, I asked Imam an rajulayn asaba saydan vahuma muhriman. Two men, they hunted, okay, the same animal, and they were both muhrim. So muhrim should not hunt animal, okay? But the question is not this. This was known. The question is, when two people hunt the same animal, does each of them have to pay kafara independently, or the kafara is paid by them together? الجزاء بينهما وعلى كل واحد منهما جزاء. The compensation, the kafara penalty, is on both of them or each of them. Means both of them together or each of them separately. قال لا بل عليهما أن يجزي كل واحد منهما الصيد. Each of them should pay kafara penalty for this hunt. Depending on what is hunted, there's a kafara and each of them has to pay it. قلت إن بعض أصحابنا سألني عن ذلك فلم أدر ما عليه. He said, I told Imam, one of our people, is one of the Shia, asked me about this and I didn't know what is necessary to be paid. What is alayh? Means what has he have to pay. فقال, Imam alayhi salam said, إذا أصبتم مثل هذا فلم تدروا. If something like this happens and you don't know the answer, فعليكم بالاحتياط حتى تسألوا عنه فتعلموا. Don't give fatwa. You have to be precautious till you ask. You have access to Imam, you ask and then you know the answer. So don't say something from your own pocket. Okay, wait till you ask and know. Akhbariyun say, look, Imam says, when you don't know, you have to do ihtiyat till you ask. But our answer is, this is where there is a possibility of either asking Imam or something from Imam being available. Our question was, you have done investigation. بعد الفحص. You have done investigation and nothing is there from Imam or Prophet. So this would not apply to us. قبل الفحص, yes, we also say the same thing. يلاحظ عليه أن هذه الرواية ناظرة إلى الاحتياط قبل الفحص. This riwayah refers to necessity of precaution before examination. وهي خارجة عن مورد الكلام. This is out of question. إنما الكلام, our question was what? فيما إذا فحص عن دليل الحرمة في مظانه. The faqih has made investigation, has inquired, has done a good search في مظانه, where there was a likelihood of finding something. For example, if something is about Hajj, You don't need to look for it in the book, for example, about wuzu. Yeah? Or a book about khums, for example. You look for it in the places that can have something about Hajj. Okay? So, faqih, based on his familiarity, knows where there is a chance that such hadith can be found. And he has looked for it and has not found it. إنما الكلام إذا فحص عن دليل الحرمة في مظانه. Okay? So don't tell me, maybe there is a library in India or a library in the, for example, United States that has something that you have not checked. Say, this is not practical. We are talking about those sources that are, common and likely. No faqih, needs to go to all libraries in the world to check. Because if there is something from Ahlul Bayt, alayhimus salam, the Prophet, are in the books that are known to us. فحص عن دليل الحرمة في مظانه ولم يعثر على شيء, and he has not found anything. مضافا plus أن موردها الشبهة الوجوبية. This hadith was about necessity of paying kafara, or not not paying kafara. So it's about shubhatul wujubiyah. Is it wajib to pay kafara independently, or they can divide it between themselves? So it was not about tahrimi. Our discussion is about shubhiyah tahrimi. Okay, then the third types of hadith is luzumul wuquf inda shubha. Inshallah, we continue this discussion in the next session. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.